Like they're going to move your stand over here? Is that what they told you? Yeah.
You're good to go.
But she's already off the stand and they may move the stand. Like, Justin kind of just disappeared over to that way, and I don't know what happened. Friday night game, field 2, 6 minutes.
Contain it. Hey, they're going to get yours.
Okay, so at field judge, you're basically like a second back judge. So you want to go ahead and keep your 10-yard cushion. You don't want to let the play get up on you. It's a situation where you're like a back judge. You're going to keep backing up, and leave the play down here.
Austin!
I was coming over here to do that.
Hey, Doug! Stay! I got you. Hey, if they go 2 back, stay. Watch the pass out of it.
I can get it in the air, I just can't. Like, I don't got that.
Good back ball, ref.
Okay, Brandon.
I believe Nate. I haven't gotten the names yet. We switched fields, so get names.
Let's go.
Hey, offense on me.
Let's go.
Good job not grabbing the spot is an obvious spot. That's why good job there, Tom.
You want these for offense?
Let's say 3 minutes. I'll just start mine and I'll leave plus 3 minutes.
I know what I did.
And then if you want, I can, back judge position.
No, wait. I thought you wanted to go.
Go past it. Can't go past it. You gotta stay behind. You gotta stay behind this line. The ref line.
This is real football.
That guy's first and goal. Good job coming off of the goal line, Tom. We're not close enough for you to be on the goal line. Back judge, let's look at our positioning here. We're snapping it from about the 17-yard line. Yes, the play ended up threatening into the end zone, but do we need to start on the end line, taking ourselves completely out of most of the play until that play ended up on us? In this situation, you could start on the goal line once players push you back into the end zone. Good job there, Wings. letting the field judge take the touchdown. Line judge showed up right when you needed to. Play started late, so you weren't crossing down to the goal line right at the snap. The field judge saw it the whole way, came up, signaled touchdown. That was a very good job of letting the quarterback cross your face. Most times your instinct is you want to run and lead him. No, if that happens, if you lead him, you're going to end up on the sideline, and now you're going to have two officials on the sideline. It was a very good job of just pivoting your body, letting him go, and if he wants to cross back, he crosses back, or he takes up off field and he belongs to the other officials now. Tom, again, as a field judge, you're leading the play. You're not waiting for the play to come to you. You're basically a second back judge, and if you're waiting for the play to come to you, you become basically like a second line judge. And being a second line judge defeats the purpose of the field judge.
Alright, we got a first down.
That's Mia, right? Yes. You're hearing me, right?
It takes a second when you pause it or turn it off to turn it back on and load again. So if you turn it off, you need a second before you start.
You know who down box is, or I can't see whatever.
Alright, we got first down. Line again.
Come on!
Go, 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 go!
That's fair. So this is an interesting point of confusion. Teams not used to playing on a field with 47 different line colors. They thought the yellow line was out. That situation, just talk to them, let them know it's the white lines. It's just an odd situation that you have at these tournaments. Tom, remember, you're the field judge, not the line judge. You want to be leading the play downfield. You're basically acting like a second line judge, leaving our back judge on an island. Now it's third down, you're on the line to gain, which is where you need to be.
Hey, get ready, y'all. Watch the throw, watch throw, watch throw. Run, run, run. You got the first.
Good job, Tom, being there, making the call. It was obviously, the ball was obviously over. You're a field judge, you make that call, pass it off to your line judge, move on to the next play. Good job, everyone's holding up the down until Nate makes his announcement, so we all know what down it is. Good communication, non-verbal wise by the crew.
Reverse! Get Mark! Hey, way to talk, way to talk!
You saw he put that second in there.
Second down, line. Hey, y'all pull your engine out.
Hey, watch the one, watch the throw. Hey, talk to me. Over here.
So again, we have another third down close to the line. I'm seeing a lot of good nonverbal communication by the crew. Tom letting it know that it's his line, and other officials recognizing that it is his line. So that's a very good job by the line judge taking that obvious spot. It's more than 3 yards on either side of the line, so we don't get a field judge coming up with a spot because it wasn't a close spot. So again, we're snapping at about the 15, 16 yard line. Do we need to be starting on the end line as a back judge? This team has not thrown it deep. They may have not even thrown it yet. I can't remember them passing it, so we need to be pulling ourselves out of the way. Situation where reading the flow of the game and the teams you have, are they throwing deep at the 15? Do I need to start at the end line? In this situation, yes, you're going to start on the end line because we're obviously inside the 10-yard line. Field judge is going to start on the goal line.
Hey, throw it, boys! They throw it, get ready! Motion! Sit, flow! Yeah! That's down like that. Hey,
Start of the second quarter, we had a 4th and goal, deep pass in the end zone, turnover on down. Pretty simple play, guys.
look at number 7 short. That's the out.
With the grease.
I appreciate your resolve there.
Oh, good move, baby! So, Jordan, that's a good job of hanging a little bit. Rush ran into about blockers, and the contact was even made in a place where only you could see it. So it's a good job of delaying a little bit. I know we say I know we said we want you to watch the initial rush and go, but that was a situation where the initial rush happened, took a step back and rushed again, and the referee would not have been able to see that contact at a wall of people.
Hey, who's in 33? Which one sent you off? Which one sent you off? The referee?
The one that's got the cones.
Okay. Thank you.
Good catch, Nate, catching the pockets. Good job sending him off.
You guys are so thoughtful.
Not that nice.
Nate, that was a very good job of not getting happy feet. You let the quarterback make his moves in front of you. He zigzagged all he wanted, and you didn't get happy feet. That's very good, because the last thing we want is for you to have your eyes bouncing up and down, trying to run with the quarterback, slipping and falling. So good job staying with the quarterback and also not moving more than you needed to.
First down.
Step across. Keep his inside out.
Oh yeah!
Tom, that's a very good job of backing up. That player was attacking the pylon, and he was coming straight for you. That's a good job of backing up, still being in position to make the call.
I would like to see him fall this way as well, so he got his back turned in.
Tom, very good point was brought up. We want you to turn and follow players after that. You don't need to necessarily be facing the field when you signal touchdown. If you have your back to the field following players and you signal touchdown, like everyone knows it's a touchdown and you're following the players, the last thing we want is you signaling touchdown. Great, you saw the touchdown. Did you see the fight that could have erupted behind you? I'm not saying it's going to happen, but it's happened to everyone at least once. Stuff happens out of bounds, so you want to have eyes on it.
Slip, bro. Hey, hey, yeah. Bump over. Help. Do it. Hey, deep. That's all. Shit. Oh. Contain it.
That is one of the very rare situations where a line judge should be making that call. It's so close to the line judge, it's within that 5-yard area where the line judge has got to make that call. But did we communicate about that pregame? What if we had had our field judge come up saying over? That's just something, correct mechanic, but did we pregame it?
I think Auburn.
Tom, stand up straight.
But I think they're going to struggle beating Georgia twice. For the same.
In the half-yard line. Do we need to be on the end line, Mia? We're at 15 yards, now you're 10 yards in the back of the end zone, you're 25 yards away. Start in the end zone, and as players push you back, move to the end line.
Hey, let me get you, buddy. Let me get you.
Apparently I missed the 2-minute warning.
What's the call? Straight line. The ball was like, I know baby was back there. I was like, nigga, this is out of that position.
They just collectively do it.
I'm fine with that. As long as he's communicating good.
Yeah.
I'm good with that. Now, after that.
She was announcing on the clock as well.
No. And well.
That's 5 seconds.
Fourth down, one stop.
He said 5 seconds. I think he said 5 seconds.
All right, so down, 1 yard to go.
Yeah, you cool over there.
Blow the whistle.
Yeah, boy. Hey!
Here we go, Jack! Look, he was in his zone. He was in his zone. There we go. Hey, here we go. That's half, isn't it? Those hands. That's half, isn't it?
We do.
So now we're on the 1 yard line. We should be in reverse mechanics. Did we have a signal? I didn't see it. I'm getting told by Zach we did have a signal, so that's very good. So Jordan, you should bump back to the goal line a whole 1 step. And Tom and Mia, you should know that you are by yourself. So we're still at about the 5 yard line, so we're still going to be in reverse mechanics. But with 12 seconds left, we know White is going to attempt to score. They called a timeout because they think they can score here, so make sure we're alert for that. There's 12 seconds left in the half, so they're not going to dink and dunk down the field. So if we're in reverse mechanics here, Nate, where should you be lined up? If Jordan's going to cover the goal line, you are covering the end line, so just make sure you get back to the end line in that situation. Jordan's going to cover the goal line, and once both lines are no longer threatened, you both flow downfield.
We don't snap this up. Unless the quarterback
coming back. Jordan coming back to Nate. Nate walking out to Jordan, so we hold the spot because we need the end of the play. We also need to talk about the penalty.
We're good.
And I think I saw that you signaled a legal shift. So
And he's used to looking at me whenever he's reporting.
Right.
Get up!
a very good job of being at the line, ready to make a close call. Line judge, from my angle, it's impossible to see that teal line that represents the goal line, so it's a good job being where you need to be, even though I can't see where you need to be. Hopefully it shows up on video.
Briefly.
I went to move my car whenever y'all.
So that's a fun play we like to call the bunch play. It wasn't a traditional bunch play where the quarterback's just going to go put his hand over the center. It's one where the offense fanned out, and that's one where you have to be alert to contact because offense has the right to run their route, but defense has the right to rush the quarterback as long as they're not going through someone. So in that situation, you got to watch to see who makes initial contact, and when we look at this film, we can discuss keys and who's watching what players on the bunch play.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Good catch, baby.
Good job recognizing it was third down, coming back to cover the line.
Hey, Bart, watch the toss back this way.
So Tom, that is your call to make. You need to be decisive on if he is over or short. Remember, like you talked about at the clinic, the goal line and zone line is gain on third and fourth down are your call, so you need to come up and sell it. You kind of danced in that situation.
This side, they go to the weak side. What? Go, go, go. I don't know why we fucking see. It's cover two. I don't know. I don't understand. That's what I do. Hey, lad. Coming to the oh, we go. Hey, get the trick. Almost. Hey, watch the middle, watch the middle.
Good job there on that one, being decisive. You waited. Make sure you saw the ball, saw where the flag was pulled, came up, signal touchdown. Good job, Jordan, allowing him to make that call. Because we know field judge has the goal line all the way across.
Hey, get a stop, let's go. Wake up. Got fought. Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Hey, Derek, John, they gonna cross. Watch the cross. I know. I mean,
that guy
when we were back
fumbled.
maybe she could have seen that inside. That was inside.
Yeah.
I mean, Jordan was pretty straight out of the fight. It would have been tough, dog. I think
we'll
Nathan.
Have to look at that.
So
I feel like there might have been people down.
So we're going to take a look at that play on film. We're talking here amongst the evaluators of potential slide guarding on the inside hand, which is is a difficult play for the line judge to see. So we'll just see if we can see it on film, and if it's there, we'll talk about how to who needs to be looking at that and whose call that would be.
Can you guys see that?
I do want to see. They're not on a flag. Don't just
no way he's going to catch the ball. No.
Just the more.
No.
Yeah, I got you, Barry.
Hey, tell me y'all getting off. Let them know.
Like I hear a question, I'm like, no. Oh wait, that wasn't directed at me.
I'm gonna ask about just if they pre-gamed how they were gonna do stuff like that.
Okay.
You've been playing good team.
The more I think about it, like I don't blow the whistle, he knows that he's not out of bounds because obviously if Vernon was out of bounds, I'm coming over the spot. So if they communicated that, hey, it's logical. Obviously that's
Something tells me that's not quite how the conversation was.
Otherwise, we just have a back judge who's wrong. Line judge isn't helping her out.
As our
She's
position
guessing.
field coach come, it's not third down, it's second down. So let's make sure we're 10 yards in front of the play, leading it downfield. Because as we talked about halftime, you don't want to be a second line judge, second back judge. My question on that play is, was that a forward or backwards pass? I did not hear or see a visual. I'm at an awkward angle, so if you saw it, if you did it, it's on film, good on you. If not, let's make sure that we're loud so everyone can hear us, because the teams are listening for us to make that call so they know what to do. At least the good teams are.
He said caught a lot of close ones away.
Stay with him. You never know. Go there. Court. Come on. Keep going. Take off. Hey, you only got one. You need to have no flag.
Was the blocker initiating contact, throwing his arms forward? It wasn't anything that warranted a flag, but it's something that we could address because it could become something more physical later on. Yes, this game has been very relaxed, but if this were a more intense game, maybe a player take exception to that and it leads to something else. So let's just make sure we're watching that and addressing it if we see it.
Get your mechanics straight too.
Red obviously noticed that the contact was allowed on his last run and started making contact. Now they're just going at each other. So that's something we have to help clean up now. We can't let them continue to just push into each other. So let's make sure we're seeing that, not having tunnel vision on the passer, making sure we're addressing it. Yes, line judge can help with the initial rush, but a lot of that contact came after the initial rush. pass. We need to get to that second quarterback because, again, you're in charge of the passer. So if we have roughing the passer on that second quarterback and you're making that call 30 yards away, you're a little less believable. If you're hustling over there, you're near the play, it's a lot easier to sell. Yes, there was no threat on the passer in that situation, but we need to be hustling all the time. So if we do eventually have that threat, we're there. Yeah. Incomplete is one of the signals like touchdown. We do not mirror for stopping the clock. So just make sure we're letting Jordan have that and you're not stopping the clock, because you can verbally say the clock is stopped, but you do not need to signal stop the clock. I'm just going to comment that he just out-muscled him. Weight room. Set into a new position. They both have to come set for 1 second. They didn't. And since the try was no good, they're going to decline the penalty and we are going to move on.
Nate, also get your signals up. So I don't know if you've ever been taught this, and we'll look at it on film. It's going to be hard to see because you're facing the other way, but you want to work in a TV box, which goes from about your head to the middle of your chest. And you want all your signals to be located there. On that decline, you had it down around your stomach. So bring everything up so everyone can see it.